Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today, I'm going to be doing a video that's pretty long overdue, but I never really intended on doing it, at least not this soon. But I'm basically going to give you guys some tips on being a new YouTuber, I guess. I had a lot of people, I mean, it's kind of humbling in a way, because I have a lot of people that ask me how to do this and that, and, on YouTube and stuff. And it's weird because the main reason I really did this is because a lot of people were asking me, as well as Shisui Salty 2.0. We all know who he is. He's a legend. He actually started doing videos on his channel. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I'm sure you all would like to see the kind of chaos he's causing on his channel. But as far as my video that we're doing right now, I don't know, guys. Where do I begin? I'm going to try to do this in like one take, just to give it a natural feel, I guess. But mainly, I can give you guys my story. Backtracking just a little bit before I go there, though, so I don't forget. People were asking me how to start a YouTube channel when I had like 500 and something subscribers, and 400 subscribers, and 300 subscribers. And that's crazy, because my digital footprint on YouTube is so minuscule. Even now, it's so minuscule that it's not even something that I would think about people, thinking that I can help them start a channel, because I don't think I'm that great. I have some people tell me I'm their favorite YouTuber, which is incredible. I mean, I don't think I'm that good, but if you guys think so, that's great. That definitely is humbling, and it makes me feel great about myself, and it's really good to have this channel here for you guys to watch the content. But that's my phone going off. You guys have probably heard it in a video before, but that's my notification tone. Goku asking for energy. I don't want this video to get too off track, but anyways, going forward, it's weird for me to give you guys tips on YouTube, and the reason I say it is because myself, I got kind of lucky. I got 100 subscribers my first month and a half or something like that, which still isn't a lot of subscribers, but for a month of YouTube, that's not bad. Then you go to 7 months, or I guess 6 months after that, I have close to 600 subscribers. I had about 570. And at that point, Dino, who you guys know as Rhyme Style, contacted me on Twitter and wanted my Skype so we could talk and do collabs. And I talked with him, Thundershot, Quaman, as well as Black and Fist, I believe. And I think Afro Senju was in there too. It was a while ago. It wasn't even a month ago yet. It's actually coming up on it was about a month ago. But after that, I did a collab with Rhyme Style. And my channel went from about 570 subscribers all the way up to 1,100 within like 9 hours. Like, I came back from work that day and noticed my subscriber count jump. I was like so surprised. And as well as a video that I can't remember what it was, but I did a video with Quaman and it went up that same day, I believe, and I got another couple hundred from him. So that day I ended off at about 1,500 subs, or 1,400, 1,300. It was somewhere around that, mid 1,000 region somewhere. Actually, it was the next day that happened. My memory's a little bit fuzzy, but I guess I'm kind of giving you guys a backstory. So if you guys really care about YouTube, how to start off, I guess you guys can listen to me ramble on. But if you guys want to go for straight up tips, I'll probably leave it'll probably be early in the video at least, but I'll probably show where the tips actually come in on the screen. I'll tell you guys where to skip forward to if you guys really don't care about this. But for those of you who do listen, more power to you. I guess if you love listening to my voice, that's fine. Yeah, but after that video, I mean, the quality of my channel, I feel like I need to improve it, which I think I have kept around the same quality for you guys, but I felt like I need to upload more frequently, and I think I've been doing a really good job on my channel of having upload quality and upload frequency, a good, amount of both, a good amount of quality and a good amount of frequency. And it depends on what your channel is, but I think that's what every channel needs, and I'll touch upon that later for those who actually skip forward. But after that video, those videos went up, I started getting I mean, this has been my growth rate. On average, I've been getting around 30 subs a day. Actually, yesterday, which I guess would be yesterday, yeah, I got 200 subscribers in a day. And I did have another video with Rhyme Style go up, but that definitely gave another little boost. And, you know, I do videos. I've been doing a lot of collabs with those guys. You've seen them on my channel. But I've been getting about, on average, a rough average is about 30 subscribers per day. And you get to a point where you start getting 1,000 or so subscribers. People will subscribe to you easier, if that makes sense. Not a lot of people want to subscribe to someone that's not very popular. I'm not even popular at all right now, but if you have like 100 to, you know, 999 subscribers, people are going to look at that low number and not really want to subscribe. And it's kind of terrible in a way because people can have insanely good content. But I guess I don't want to make this video too long for you guys that really maybe want to listen to me. Maybe if you guys want me to do like a talk series or something like that, I don't know what, I can do that. It's very easy. I just sit in front of my microphone. Maybe I'll record gameplay. Maybe be in front of a picture. I don't know. It'd be similar to the Quaman talks, and if Quaman's listening, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's something I've always thought of. But I guess I should move over to some of the tips. And I guess this is for those of you who sat around or those of you who skipped ahead. The tips I can give for you guys is when you start off a channel, you can advertise and go on other people's comment sections and all that, and, you know, tell them to check out your channel and all of that stuff. I did that somewhat. Before I even made a video, I went on one of Quaman's video, and thank God, if he never saw that, I probably would have not have continued doing YouTube. But he saw me comment on one of his newer videos when it was new, at least. And I hadn't put up anything. I said, "Hey, Quaman, my name's Dragon Ball Nation," all that, you know, crap, and check out my channel. And he did, which I'm very grateful for. And he didn't have to do that at all. And you know, I guess that kind of led into our, you know, him getting in contact with me on Skype, and now I say we're pretty good friends at this point. But if you're starting a channel, you can do that, like I said, that advertising stuff. I didn't really do it much. I just did it in the early parts to have a couple people come check me out, and then I kind of stopped. You can do that. That's not really, I'm not against that. I don't do it personally, but I'm not against it. As far as what you should do to start off, it really depends on what you guys want to do as a channel. As a DBZ tuber, it's starting to turn into a flooded market in a way. And the reason I say this is, about a year ago, it was still a pretty unique thing to do. And it still is relatively unique as far as YouTube goes. But it is getting to the point where it is harder to start off. I think I was on edge. I was near the peak of its height when I started. I was getting close to that height, so I kind of got lucky when I started, before it started getting a little bit too oversaturated, the whole community and all that stuff. That being said, I wouldn't be where I am now without the shoutouts from those other YouTubers and the collabs. I'd still be sitting around with maybe 600, 650 subscribers, not almost 2,500. Probably 2,500 by the time this video is uploaded. But you gotta know what your niche is inside of the YouTube community. And what I mean by that is, you gotta find out what you're good at. And you can do gaming. That's what I was going to do originally. I don't think there's any growth in gaming at this point. If you start a gaming channel, I'm not going to lie to you guys, not to bring anyone's hopes and dreams down, I don't think there's much of a chance for newcomers in the gaming community for YouTube. Unless it's something brand new in a game and you're the first person to hit it off and you have like a week to do videos on it before anyone else touches it, then you have a chance to grow a channel. But that's an impossibility because all the big YouTubers are going to have 50 videos out before you have your first one out. So there's no chance of growth there in my mind. You guys can still do it for fun, but if you want channel growth, it's not the way to go. Maybe later down the line you can split your channel off into a second channel and do gameplay. That's another thing, because if you're somewhat popular, you'll get views easier, because the YouTube bumps videos up that are more popular. They bump them up to the top of the search feeds. That's why, even though a lot of people say I'm like their favorite, and you know, some people even say I'm better than Quaman, which is unbelievable because I completely disagree with that. But people say that, I'm so good and I deserve so many more subscribers. And if that may be true to them, the fact of the matter is YouTube doesn't put me at the top of the search feed. And what I mean by this is people like Rhymestyle, Quaman, Thundershot, Black and Fist, all of those guys, they've basically set themselves, because they're so popular, they're going to be at the top of the feeds even if their video isn't entirely related to what's being searched for, if that makes sense. An example is that first news we had on Frieza's new form. I checked. I was like the first person on fucking YouTube to have that video up. And you know what? I was nowhere near the top of the search feed, so it didn't even matter that I was the first, because no one was going to see it anyways. You guys checked it out, but nobody really saw it, and it's terrible. Maybe in a year's time when I have like 10,000 subscribers or whatever I have, I'll have a better chance of finding new subscribers from the search feeds. But it's just kind of saddening in a way. And another tip for you people, if you do start to get larger in YouTube, depending on what you pick, a thing that you might have to deal with, which I'm dealing with right now, but maybe it'll change in the future, is a lot of my new subscribers, and this isn't in any way to knock you guys down or anything. All of you guys, I appreciate you guys checking out my channel and everything. I'm just saying, a lot of my older stuff that I worked very, very, very hard on, and I used up a lot of my good videos first, which you shouldn't do. If you have good ideas for videos, save them. Don't use them up first. You'll regret it later, because it's hard to think of the topics that I do at times. A lot of my old videos, a lot of the new subscribers aren't checking out. The majority of them, and it's kind of saddening, and you guys don't have to, but if you want to, you can. But there's a lot of really good stuff that I've made in the past that you guys aren't going to see, and I'd like to see if you guys enjoy that as well. It's older content. The audio quality is a little bit worse, but the content itself is very good, I think, in my mind. I think I've done some very good videos in my past. So you guys can check that out if you want to. You don't have to at all. I mean, you're probably not gonna. But as far as, like I said, forming a niche in YouTube, finding out what your thing is, DBZ tubing is a hard thing. Because you have to keep up with news. You have to keep good. I mean, for me especially, as well as Quaman and Blackfist, you guys have to do. I mean, they do mainly discussions. And I'm not trying to sound better than them, because they're far better than me, those two. But their channels are mainly, Blackfist especially, is mainly analyzing the series and doing discussions and discussing the news. Quaman's similar. He does do discussions and what ifs, and he does do a little bit of gameplay on the side. He doesn't really do too many news, but he kind of has Thundershot for that. But he does have a little bit more variety than Black Fist, but I love both those guys. But from my perspective, I do someone was gonna make fun of me in the comments for saying that, and they're probably still gonna. Anyways, as far as what you should have on your channel, if you're doing DBZ tubing, because I guess that's what a lot of people do want to do here, but I'll touch upon other mediums in a bit. DBZ tubing is difficult, like I said. For me especially, I have to do the news, gameplay videos, which isn't that hard, update videos, Q&As, which are easy, discussions, which can be very difficult to think of them, especially the what ifs, because there are, Quaman's already done all the good ones, and I don't want to do any of the ones he's done. That'd be, very rude of me. I'm no Goku T23. If anyone knows who he is, he's garbage. If anyone's a fan of him, I'm sorry. But I think he's absolute garbage. The dude's terrible. But I'm not going to rant about him in this video. Maybe another video one day. But I have to think of discussions and all that stuff. And I try to keep a really good variety. I have those joke videos of me, editing gameplay together to make it very funny for you guys. And, a lot of you guys do enjoy that. And that's great. So I think when you make a channel, even if it's not DBZ tubing, whatever it is, I think you need to have a good variety, a solid amount of uploads a week, maybe 4 uploads a week is probably good. Depending on what your channel is, I try to have at least 5 a week, and I think I've been hitting that mark pretty easily. Try to have a good quality from the start. I know not everyone can. I didn't from my first month, but after that I got a I'll tell you some of the equipment I can use, and you guys can use them as well. I got a Blue Yeti microphone after my first month of YouTube. An Elgato HD capture card. I didn't get an HD 60 because I couldn't afford it at the time. If you guys can get an HD 60, which lets you record 1080p 60 frames per second, you can. I can only do 720 60 frames per second and 1080 30 frames per second. Which, you know, for the games that I do, that's not a problem right now because Xenoverse is only 30 frames per second anyways on the consoles. I mean, on the PC it's 60, but I know a lot of Dragon Ball Z YouTubers list their PS4 gameplay as 60 FPS, and I'll tell you, don't believe them because it's not 60 on the consoles. I can guarantee it because I see my brother play it. Go check out his channel, linked in the description. He uploads at 60, I believe. I know it's 60 on his PC, but I don't know if he uploads it at 60. But moving forward, you guys can get those as equipment. Get a external drive of some sort, maybe 2 terabytes is good. I have 2 external drives. One's a 2 terabyte and one's a 1 terabyte. If you're going to do gameplay, definitely get an Elgato of some sort. HD 60 is preferable. They do run about $150, I believe. That's my rough estimate. Off the top of my head, they're expensive. As well as I mean, my capture card, my external drive, and my Yeti cost around $350 to $370 altogether, I would say. It was a while ago, but that's how much I spent just to give you guys better content, and I'm hoping this YouTube thing is going to pay off one day. If it doesn't, that's fine. I mean, I'm only 8 months in my channel, so I am really an infant still at this point, so it's a wonder how... I mean, it's not a wonder how popular I am. I know how I'm popular. It's thanks to, you know, the shouts from the other YouTubers. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be anywhere near this level if it wasn't for them. And not everyone's going to have that luxury. That's the honest truth. Not everyone's going to have that luxury. Even if I shout people out, it's not going to do them much good because not many people are going to check them out. You need people, if you're going to get shouts, you need people that are way, way, way larger than you to do it. And, I mean, a part of that is having them shout you out, and a part of it's having good content on your own, because I doubt more than half of you would have stayed around here if you didn't see I had, you know, decent quality content. I'm sure many of you would have saw that I was crap or something and left, but I guess I'm not crap, so that's good. I guess to get into more intricate parts of YouTube, wow, this video is going all over the place, guys. I don't even know if I'm going to have that point for people to skip ahead in the beginning, because, I mean, it's already getting off track here. No one's going to skip ahead. If anyone was interested in this whole video, they're going to watch it all the way through, hopefully. And if you're watching at this part, put in the comment section, shit, I don't know. What can I do? Let's see. Hashtag Xenoverse 2. Sure. I had to think of something, guys. It was kind of lame, but don't unsubscribe from me from that. But yeah, I mean, another thing to do with YouTube is to tag your videos very well, and you can put tags on your videos that aren't very related to them necessarily. That's not a smart idea. You can get away with that. Like, you can just put DBZ fights in every one of your videos, like Goku versus Vegeta, Goku versus Frieza. Every single versus match in Dragon Ball Z, you can put those in your tags, even if they're not related to your video. My phone's going off again. I probably should have put it on vibrate or something, but you know what? I don't care. Like I said, tag your videos very well. You can put those tags in there that aren't related to your videos, but there's a risk that YouTube will either suspend your channel, ban your channel, or make your videos not show up very well in the search feeds. Those are 3 of the things I know they will do. So what I do is I tag my videos very accurately and make sure they're tags that people are going to notice, even though they don't always get up in the search feeds very easily. It's like I said, it's kind of sad, but it's truth. Not all of, I mean, I worked very hard on a lot of my old stuff that aren't getting popular, and that's fine at this point because I am popular-ish. Very, very low end of popularity in terms of Dragon Ball Z tubing. I'm starting to make somewhat of a name for myself, I guess. So yeah, and don't forget to do custom thumbnails, guys. Please do custom thumbnails because they help a ton. Mine aren't amazing, but they do. I think they do pop out really good, and people can see them very well. Even though I, you know, don't go super crazy with them like Dr. Love does. Dr. Love is crazy with them, as well as Omega Pro does some pretty impressive ones as well. But yeah, you guys just gotta, when you guys start YouTube, like I said, find out what you're doing. Uniqueness, being unique is one of the biggest things. Kwame, I'll tell you, being unique is one of the best things. Yeah, and as for a matter of fact, Kwame, if you got this far in, man, please, I wanted to have you in this video actually, but we never got a chance to. you know, get on Skype at a point where we could both do this. And I just want to get this video out. So if you are listening to this, please, you know, maybe in the comments, give people some tips as well, because your tips when I was a lot more infant, they definitely helped me. So please throw your tips in as well. It would be appreciated. You know, a bigger YouTuber's view on how to start off, I guess. And yeah, I mean, like I said, try to be unique, guys. You want to get noticed on YouTube. You can do the advertisement. That's fine. I'm not against that. I didn't do it personally. Maybe I should have. Maybe I would have been way popular. Who knows? I don't really know. But I should probably close this video up somewhere. I hope I kind of helped some of you guys. It was kind of more of a personalistic video, I guess, more than I tried to make it informative and kind of give you guys my personal edge to it, I suppose. So I hope it somewhat helped you guys. I realized that I did record gameplay before uploading this video, but maybe there just won't be gameplay at all. I don't know. It was really glitchy. I'm having a lot of problems with my Elgato. And another thing, if you guys are getting an Elgato, make sure you have a PC that can run it, because I use a Mac Mini and it barely runs the damn thing. It's at the minimum requirements, and you guys probably notice that it does glitch up sometimes, but I do have to restart my computer every now and then, actually very frequently, to get the Elgato to work properly, so I can give you guys the best quality footage I could possibly give you, even though I could still do better if I had a better PC, but in the future I'll get one. But anyways, guys, I'm going to close this video out. Hopefully you all found it informative, I suppose. I don't know what I'm going to have as footage. Hopefully you guys don't mind a picture or something, but yeah, like I said, that's been it, guys. Even though this wasn't Dragon Ball Z related specifically, I'll try to have a Dragon Ball Z video for you guys tomorrow, Tuesday, because, you know, it's not fair to the people that are waiting for videos on Mondays for Dragon Ball Z discussions. So I'll try to work extra hard tonight and get you guys that while this video's uploading or something like that. But yeah, that's been my video for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.